Cutting iguana claws. Now I had a lot of requests for a video like this, so here it is. Now you want to start with your iguana or your reptile in a good mood on a day when they don't mind you messing with them. And you can see Gizmo here, she's allowing me to cut her claws. Now most reptiles don't like you to mess with their feet or their toes, but if you're careful they'll let you do it. Now I'm starting out with a brand new set of clippers. I used human clippers just because that's what I'm used to, but you can use animal clippers or those new type of tools that grind down the edge of a fingernail. But as you can see here, Gizmo is kind of pulling away a little bit after doing a few of them, and that's fine. You want to just give them a minute to relax and give them a little dewlap scratch or something, and then come back and start on the other side. And you want to start off inspecting the toes and claws, make sure everything is fine and that it's all clean and there's no damage, and see which one of the claws are still sharp so you'll know which ones to cut. Now you can see I circled the blood vessels in the nail, and you do not want to cut into this part because it will hurt very much, they will bleed, and they will not be very happy with you, and they will not want you to cut their claws again anytime soon. Now if you do accidentally cut into this, you can dip their toenail into either some quick stop or cornstarch to make the bleeding stop right away. And you want to do that because they don't have that much blood in their system anyway. And then over the next day or two, you want to make sure that they're kept very clean and they don't step into any of their own waste, which could get that fingernail infected. Now you want to cut right here where the dotted line is, and you can see it's just below the quick where the blood is, but yet it takes the tip off. But you want to cut in the angle of the underside of the claw so that they can still hook and grab onto things to pull themselves up, but there's no tip to dig in to your skin and cut it. And this is what it looks like when it's done right. Now you can see I took my time and I didn't cut too far back, so I didn't hurt her, so she's nice and happy about that. You can see that she can still hook her claws onto things, so she can pull herself up, but she can't dig into them. So it's a happy day for her. She gets to go out on her branch for being a good girl, and I'm happy because it's a lot easier on my skin. Now we'll see how I cut Woody's claws, my big wild male. Now usually I get him on the floor so that he can't fall off of anything in case he spins around on me. And I cover him with a towel so that he can't see my fingers to grab with his mouth. And just to calm him down and relax him, he can bite into the towel if he wants. Now I inspect his toes and feet, and of course he doesn't like this too much, but he allows me to do it as long as I stay with cutting the very tips of his claws and don't get into the quick where it's going to hurt. Now after I get done with the back legs, I move on to the front legs, which he especially does not like me grabbing, but as long as I go slow, he'll let me pull those out from under him, and we get him out here. Now I inspect all of his toes and his claws, make sure there's no damage anywhere and everything looks good. And the sooner you can cut these claws, the better. It's less stress on them, and you have less of a chance of getting hurt while you're doing it. And you just get really good at it. You can go 1, 2, 3, get it done, and as soon as you get those claws done, and you can see also that I'm cutting them at the same angle as the underneath part of their claws so that they can still hook onto things with the big part of the claw, just there won't be any tips to dig into your skin. Now after you get them done, you back off a little bit and you slowly take the towel off, and you can watch, whoop, he spun around trying to get me, and you can see he's a little disoriented, but he's ready to go back in his room and he's done. Now because he was a good boy and he let me do that, didn't put up a big fight, then he gets a treat, gets to go outside in the sun and enjoy himself for the rest of the day. So I hope you learned something, and to those of you who requested a claw cutting video, I hope this helps you. Thanks so much.